Hello, I welcome you on behalf of SuccessFactors Analytics. We are a company dedicated to provide analytical solutions to help our business partners with their data. For those who do not know us, we belong to the SuccessFactors Group, with more than 20 years of experience in the business intelligence, analytics, data science, and big data market in more than 32 countries. Always accompanying our clients to achieve their objectives through the implementation of solutions with the highest quality standards, endorsed by our highly qualified and certified collaborators to give our clients successful implementations. The content of this webinar has been prepared with dedication for your enjoyment. Therefore, your microphone will remain silenced so that the speakers of this event can have a higher sound quality. If you have any questions, you can write them in the platform chat, and as we progress with the presentation, they will be answered. Make yourself comfortable. We're about to begin.
Thank you, Anna, and welcome everybody to our presentation today on ActIn, SuccessFactors Analytics. Really excited to walk you through an overview of the solution and a demo. My name is Cody Carlson. I'm an account executive with SuccessFactors Analytics. I've been working with SAP in their solutions for about 7 years now. And supporting me today and walking you through the demo of the solution be Laura Patino. She's been working with data solutions and BI for about 7 years as well. Is a true expert on the solution and just data in general. So Laura, we're excited to have you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Cody, for your introduction, and thank you everyone for joining us today.
Great. Well, I guess, Laura, if you want to go to the next slide, I'll just give a brief overview of just what the ActIn solution is. Once I finish up in a minute or two, Laura, I'll turn it over to you, Laura, and you can walk us through the demo. But just so everyone is aware and to set the stage, ActIn for SuccessFactors Analytics. So basically, the solution is the only cloud analytics tool on the market that is built specifically to enhance your reporting capabilities around your HR data within SuccessFactors, leveraging the SAP Analytics Cloud. The tool comes as an out-of-the-box solution pre-built with 4 key business areas, as well as 4 dashboards and over 30 KPIs, as well as the ability to perform self-service analytics. So everything is, once you roll it out, it's easy enough to go ahead and edit the reports and so on. Next, just how do you enhance your SuccessFactors solution with powerful analytics, right? So ActIn can be deployed in a cloud, hybrid, or on-premise model to best match your preferred environment, and it's available on whatever your infrastructure stack is. Now, in terms of the analytics, the SuccessFactors Analytics ActIn FlexDM data model, which centralizes all HR data from SAP SuccessFactors, leveraging other existing applications such as Business Objects or SAP Analytics Cloud or any other solution that you might have in-house. Now, in the picture there, you'll see too just the architecture structure of where the data is coming from with SuccessFactors, how we're pulling it out, and then how you're visualizing it with SAC as the BI tool. But that's just a quick overview. Laura, I'll let you get into the details and walk everybody through the demo.
Okay, sure. So I'll just stop sharing over here and start with the demo. Okay, so this is the BI layer from our solution. This is SAP Analytics Cloud, and we can find different views from our information. So the main objective of this solution is to extract information from SuccessFactors, mainly from 4 modules. So we can find information from demographics, hires and exits, salary, absenteeism, as well as evaluations. So in this first page over here, we're seeing an overview of the whole information where we can find KPIs we found important to configure, but this is as customizable as you want. We can create different KPIs as well. So in this case, we're seeing the total number of employees, the total average salary, the average absenteeism, the total new hires, and the total of exits. We can also find the number of employees by holding. So this information is distributed about holdings in different continents. So we can find over there some filters about that as well. So here we are seeing how our employees are distributed. One of the functionalities we can find in SAP Analytics Cloud are the Smart Insights, where with just a few clicks we can have complementary information of what we are just seeing. So over there, we just saw the number of employees by holding, but with the Smart Insights, I can find what are the top contributors to that information. So in this case, we can see that operation is the top function level for employees in Europe. And we can find a top, I guess it's 10, for the total function levels in that specific holding. We can also find that a single, for example, is the top marital status contributor for that specific holding. So as you're seeing, we pass from the just flat information where we saw the number of employees by holding to have complementary information and more detailed in order to make decisions easier. On these other charts over here, we can find the average absenteeism by employee group. So we can see here that operations is the group with the highest absenteeism. We can see here a top 5 of recruitment reasons and a top 5 of exit reasons as well. So in this case, we can see that employees are leaving because they want a company change or because they agreed their contract termination as well. We can also find in this part over here the average global evaluation by employee group. So in this case, we can identify what are the groups or areas that are more committed with our company based on their global evaluation. And also we can find those areas that need more help in order to get better results in this particular case. We can also find an average salary by employee group. So in this case, we can see that legal corporate advisory has the highest salaries and that security has the lower salaries. So later we can analyze if this is something that impacts the performance of these areas as well. And on the other hand, we can find the average commitment by hierarchy level. So you are seeing these colors over here. This is a threshold that was configured in order to identify those areas that has the highest commitment and those areas that don't. So in this case, admin, and I guess this is security, probably has the lower commitment as well. So this is just an overview. I'll just walk you through the detail of each module. So in this case, we can see detailed information from demographics. So we can see the total number of employees by age, understand how old or how young is our company, if it is time to start thinking about retirement plan, or if we need to improve the hires of younger people. So that information I can understand and extract it from here. We can also identify the employees by age and gender. So in this case, we're seeing that we have in some cases most women than men. That is something good in order to to give the equal rights for all people. But in this case, from older people, we can find that men are more than women. So probably these people here are the ones who has the highest ranges or the highest positions. So it is good to know if with me will be the case to give women opportunities in these positions as well. We are seeing the average salary by gender. In this case, we can find a huge gap. Some male people earns more money than female. Um, Gender and marital status, again, from male and female. Here we are seeing that these 61% of our employees are married, and in less proportion the other marital status. Here we are seeing in this map where our employees are located. So again, we can have wider view of the demographics of our employees. Now, going to the hires and exits, we can find a detail from the new hires by gender and groups. So for each area of our company, we can see how they are hiring people depending on their gender. In this case over here, we can find also what are the new hires by hiring processes. So if the recruitment from our HR department it's good, they are complying their quota of, or if on the other hand, we are having more hires from other hiring services, as it would be a recruitment or sourcing or source outsourced staff and so on. We can also see in this chart here the exit trends. So based on the different quarters, understand how much people have left our companies. In this case, the quarter two is, I think it was worse for this company. And in this case, we can see also the reason why people exit their company. Again, here I can have complementary information from the Smart Insights and see what are the top contributors. So what was the date with the highest leaves? What was the codes of people, or I guess this is by area, the codes for area, and how many people leave from those areas as well. So again, useful information. Now going to the salary analysis. Here I want to talk about this chart over there. And this is a bubble chart, and it is comparing the fixed salary versus variable salary, and what are those groups that have both, and the highest number of people. So in this bubble over here, we can see that the commercial teams has fixed salary, a high fixed salary, and also have variable salary. So these people earns lots of money compared to the rest of the areas from the company. In this case over here, this dark blue bubble, we're seeing that they have a fixed salary, but that is lower compared to the rest of the areas. In this case, this area is services, and they don't have variable salaries. Now in this case, in this chart, we are seeing the average salary by employee group. So again, we can identify what are the groups that earns the most money. In this case, we are seeing salary growth rate by employee group. So we can identify that audit, CSR, and treasurer have raised their salaries a lot in the last years. Okay, and I just go to the detail for absenteeism. So based on the salary analysis we just made, we can also identify if that impacts the absenteeism of people, and their commitment to the company. So in this chart over here, we are seeing the average absenteeism in the y-axis, and in the x-axis, we're seeing the percentage variable salary. So this big bubble here represents the Europe holding, and it is telling us that even that they earn highest variable salary compared to the rest, they also have the highest absenteeism. So something it's happening there. Probably it won't. I don't know if it has to be to the variable salary, and probably their fixed salary is lower, so that's why their absenteeism is higher. So I don't have the answer, but probably the people that are analyzing this information will get into detail on that and find an answer. In this chart here, this is a series chart where we can see the absenteeism trend during a period of time. So we can see that we have some dates with highest absenteeism than others. We can try to find out what happened over there. And in this case, we can find the average absenteeism by employee group, so we can identify that operations and services has the highest absenteeism. If you remember when I was just talking to the salary, those two areas or employee groups had the lowest salary, so probably that is what is affecting their performance and the absenteeism as well. Finally, I'll just go to this recruitment and learning tab over here, and here it's an analysis in this left side for the training that people has in this company. So we can see the total hours spent in online short courses, and the total hours that were taken in person, and for long-term courses, the total hours that they spent online and again in person. Here is also an analysis for the English language level per holding. So there we can identify where are the bilingual employees located. And in this right part, we can see how recruitment have been performing. So we can see each month how many people they have hired, and we can also identify if the hires increased or decreased, and again try to understand what happened when the recruitment decreased. How many days the positions are opened and how much it costs to our company. We can have that analysis here as well, identify what those positions were. And again, here we can find the hiring cost per position. So sales manager has the highest cost. And this is all the analysis from the different modules that we can find in SuccessFactors. But before we finish this demo, I would like to talk about the Smart Discovery functionality that we can find in SAP Analytics Cloud. This is an advanced analytic functionality where the tool uses machine learning algorithms in order to find hidden patterns in the data and telling us information we didn't knew was there. So in this case, we wanted to analyze the global evaluation for business unit and try to understand what are the variables that impact the evaluation. So in this overview in chart over here, we can see the total global evaluation for business unit, the total number of records, the maximum value that someone received. Here we are seeing forecast for the evaluation over time. So we can see what is the average expected from the next months. And here we can see the global evaluation by business unit. But what I consider is most important from this functionality are these key influencers. Now, it automatically generates these charts here, and it's telling me what influences the global evaluation. So it identified a top 3, so we can understand that the location of our employees influences their final results. This could be because people that spend lots of hours in commuting to try to get to their jobs makes them unhappy, and probably it impacts their performance. And another thing that impacts that are the number of functionalities they have on their jobs and the total of positions they have had during time. So based on that, it gives you some explanation and detail that I won't go right now, but it is important to note that you can have that using this tool over here. It also identifies unexpected values, so it tells you what was the expected result and what the actual information were, and it is giving you a difference and tell you some detail of what happened. So gives you the number of positions that people have had, where they lives, I don't know, and their languages, lots of information, but gives you an overview of what could have happened and why the results were different. In this case, most of them were positive. That's something good, but would have happened the total opposite. And finally, we can find this simulation view, where if it loads, we can see that it identifies the different variables that influences the result, and you can have what if scenarios. So changing these values over here, you can see what an expected result would be. So let's change, I don't know, the level of English. Let's give it an 11, go to simulate, and see that the expected result of the evaluation would increase in a 23%. And if I start changing the rest of parameters, I can see how it changes over here. So this is everything for the demo. I'll just go again to our presentation and let's talk about the different modules we can find in this package that we have built. Okay, so these are the business areas that we include in this package. We can find employee central, recruiting, performance and goals, and learning management. And there are described the different KPIs we can find in this solution. So just to name some of them, we can find the number of employees, the percentage of turnover, the percentage of absenteeism, the number of applicants, the number of closed positions, the percentage of skills improvement, also the number of employees trained. And this whole information is analyzed by different dimensions, as it would be region, division, department, unit, business units, gender, age, and different reasons as well. So I won't go much into detail, but just for you to give you quick view of you can have with this kind of solutions. And I will pass to Cody again, that will tell you more information.
All right, thank you, Laura. Great demo. I think something important to note too, just on the last point you were making, each of the KPIs that comes pre-built with the solution, If after using the solution, you find that you need to maybe add something that's not there, that's something that can be done easily, and the solution is customizable like that. So you are afforded some flexibility with if you need anything extra that might not be there. So I guess if you could just move to the last slide, Laura, just so everybody knows, in addition to what we have to offer with the Act-In SuccessFactors Analytics solution, we are a platinum partner of SAP. And support our customers in all areas of data that has to do with SAP products, services, industries, and so on. In addition, we are also partnered with some other firms such as AWS, Azure, and the Google Cloud Platform. So if there are some unique situations where you need to add something else other than SAP or even by itself, we're equipped to help you and have the expertise there. But that's enough about us. We're going to be opening up a Zoom link. So if anybody has any questions or would like some more information or just wants to hang out with Laura and I, you can join that link and we'll see you there in just a second. So thank you, everybody, for joining. I hope you enjoyed the session, and we'll talk soon.
Bye. Thank you.